Welcome to Atlantic Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for the month of October, including late September 2025. So welcome Gemini, we're in your cousin sign of Libra. So all about communication and the balance this month. Very much a time for balancing oneself and one's life. Also very karmic, so cause and effect. So things that you may have done in the past suddenly come through with the actions, and now we get the consequences. So for positive or negative, we'll see whatever it is for you and see what's going on. You are in your 5th house of creativity and fun. So it could be about having a baby. It can be the announcement of a baby that's going to be coming along. It can be just going out and meeting somebody on the spur of the moment. And having a bit of fun there, or just creativity in general, just, you know, really sort of letting loose and just being a bit more relaxed about stuff and just having a good old time rather than just the usual trudge and drudge. Okay, energy around. 4 of Wands, so very much about house and home and consolidation of what you're doing at the moment. Of course, it's a Wands card, so it's very much a lot of physical energy being available for you as well. But consolidating in terms of things just coming together, any projects or stuff that you've been working on seem to have sort of landed in a really good way. There's still more progress to be done though, because you've got to reach the 10 and you're only at the 4. But it's still very promising, and it's that consolidation of everything sort of looking quite good, and that's that impetus to push on and do the rest of the, you know, the rest of the journey, if you like. Very house and home and family sort of energy here as well. So where you are right now, 7 of Pentacles, so this is the Harvest card. So it's all about sort of stopping and looking behind you and seeing what you've created in the last 9 months of this year, which is interesting because that's the length of a pregnancy. It's like, yeah, and you've come to a consolidation. So it's like, okay, turn around and have a look at what you have created and feel quite good about it, because Pentacles is always about the daily life, the job, the money, you know, how you're going. You're not quite at the 10 yet, but you're in a really good position to go, yeah, look, this is working out really well. I'm sort of making inroads in. It's good. It's ready for harvest. I'm happy with it. I know I've still got a little bit to go, but it's just great to know that I've kind of, what I've done this year has been, it's really sort of working out to be great for me personally. And probably savings, all that kind of stuff is all involved with the 7 of Pentacles. So it's a don't give up card. It's the 7s always represent not giving up with anything, just keep on going. So brilliant card to have, Gemini, for you. So keep on punching. It's great. Let's see what's influenced that to happen though. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, so really sort of loyal, slow-moving energy. And for Gemini, look, he is a slow-moving energy person. And that might not suit you because you're very like Quicksilver, you're very quick people, you're very nimble, you're always moving ahead, you're always ahead of the crowd. So this energy may be a bit like, oh, come on, I need to be there now. I need to be there yesterday. But you can't do that with the Knight of Pentacles because he's like a messenger saying just slow down a little bit because you've got a little ways to go, but you're doing really well. Very loyal, very dependable sort of energy. So this is really good. So you've got 2 Pentacles there. So what I'm thinking, Gemini, is really sort of in your day-to-day, you know, mundane material world life, you're doing pretty well, even though it's probably not up to your standard fast flowing energy that you thrive on. So let's see what the background is. So we're looking now at August, September, and what was going on there. Still current today. Big card, self-awareness. sort of conquering our, let's say, our lesser, our flaws, our anger management, how we appear to other people, how do we interact with other people, and sort of really kind of trying to get a handle on it and say, okay, I don't know why that makes me angry, I don't know why that person really annoys the hell out of me, but it's bringing it back to a balance. And we are in Libra, which is all about balance, to say, well, just don't react so quickly to things. And it's really, I think, in the end, it is strength, but it's about that self-awareness that I think in these days especially, everybody's got knowledge on everything because they're looking on the internet about everything can be looked up. And they can tend to feel a bit sort of like, oh yeah, but I don't need to be self-aware, but we do, because it's like that affects other people, and then in turn affects us and how we are perceived by others. So it's always good to have that balance of, yeah, well, just take a deep breath and don't let other people's energy sort of suck you dry in terms of, conversely, don't let yourself sort of be unaware of the people around you and how they feel about certain things. It's a really interesting card, actually. It's major, and I think it's sort of a lifetime of practicing that self-awareness to get to a point where you just sort of, nothing really bothers you, or you have it all sorted out, whether no outburst or no annoyance of people. It's a really difficult card to manage, but it's sort of the taming of the lion, if you like, and the lion is ourselves and our way of reacting. So let's get that out of the way, but that's still there. So it's about, just balancing that still a little bit at the moment. Recent influences, and we have the Eight of Cups. Now, there may be somebody in your life, usually it is somebody or a situation that you really need to move away from because it's done and dusted. It's like it's come to a dead end, literally. There's no more that can be done for this person or this relationship or this situation. So it's time to sort of take your leave from it, because it's really not doing anything. And if we look at these here, very stable here, and this self-awareness card coming through and going, yeah, well, come on, you've done all you can do with this situation or the person. You just need to sort of walk away, have a holiday from it, see how it looks in a month's time, but don't let it eat at you, especially in the 5th house of fun and creativity. You really don't want that kind of energy around you at all. So move away from it there, Gemini, and just see how you feel about it, because it's obviously not doing you any good. The lesson you'll be learning, the Emperor. So this is really good about your daily life, your structure, your energy, your sort of perseverance, your strategies for whatever you're doing, your business, getting on top of things. Great card for Geminis to have too, because they usually are always on the go and they've got something on the go all the time. So, but this is like the Father card as well. So it talks about, you don't get there in a hurry, you get there over time. It's a journey, it's not just a sort of destination. You've got to work hard for the Emperor's energy to come in, very hard. And I often think, if you think about our fathers or the father, depending on what your relationship or what he was like, but they're usually very good barometers for you. What do you think about this, Dad? And you just say, no, you just get your head down and keep working, and sooner or later you will achieve what you wish to. So it's a really good card to sort of really knuckle down and get the hard work done in order to have an achievement and success, because it just doesn't come. It's not just plonked in front of you, is it? We've got to work for whatever it is we want. So that masculine energy too, and the male energy is very practical. They know how to get things done, and the males love it, because that's what keeps them going. They're providers, they're sort of instigators of sensible ways of doing things, whereas females tend to be all over the place and too emotional, don't they? Okay, near future. And we have the star. Beautiful Aquarian energy coming through. So moving forward at all costs. Always move forward. Always have hope and faith in whatever you're doing. As long as you're moving forward, you can't go wrong. It's when people stop and just static and sit there and go, my life's crap. And it's like, well, you're not moving forward. You've got to move forward. You can't just sit there. You can't live in the past. You've got to sort of progress. And that's a really good card for doing that as well, to tell you to just keep moving forward at all costs all the time, because it's the only way to go. That the other alternatives are just, they're stagnant, they're static, they don't produce any energy, there's nothing there. And we often meet people who are like that. They live in the past and they are sort of negative about things because they can't, some people just can't move on. But this is the star of hope to say, yes, you can, come on, just follow that star, just get moving. Things will change as you move. Movement is really key. Okay, so let's see now. What's happening that you're not realising? Seven of Wands. Speaking up for yourself, getting things done. Really great card. At all costs, you have to speak up for yourself, especially with this moving forward, the star of hope. We really have to move forward with speaking up for ourselves and not just sort of saying, oh no, I don't want to say anything. You have to say something. You've got to fight your corner sometimes. That's really important, Gemini. And often you're good communicators, so you do sort of say, well, actually, no, I don't agree with you, and this isn't the way I want things to go. I prefer this or that. So, yeah, great card, actually, for just kicking us a bit, you know, giving us that shove to sort of say, well, you know, speak up. Don't just sit there and be passive. You've got to be active, or else nothing will change. Or people won't sort of value you at all. They'll just go, oh, they don't say anything. We'll just drag them along with the rest of it. Okay. How others see you. Eight of Pentacles, doing really well. Wealth of experience. What's next on your list? Who knows? Anything goes with Gemini. Always got a project on the go. Keep on keeping on with that. That's how people see you, so it's very favourable. It's very much about the wheeling and dealing ways of the Gemini, and they always get results, but they're always up to something. They're always, yeah, their energy is quite amazing that they always sort of get things done. So this is your work, your money, all that sort of thing, all your experience, how you sort of live in your life. Very sort of exciting people, the Geminis. Always something new coming. Positive feelings, cruising along with the Six of Swords, really nice card, just going well, especially after a dark time or a difficult time of, you know, rough seas, rough trip, travel as well coming through, maybe thinking about travelling, movement as well after a long period of static. So really you're feeling pretty good. We're in spring for all you guys in the south of Australia where you've just been battling in that winter. So overall a really nice card to have. Well done. And then we have the outcome and the end of a really sort of difficult time. I call it the family curse card. So the end of that kind of energy where you've just had to expend a lot of mental energy at other people's expense. Maybe people in the family haven't been feeling that great, leaning on you a lot with problems and stuff. That's all coming to an end. So let's have a look and see what's underneath that Ten of Swords, the card of the family curse, because it's over. So we'll see what the clarifier is. The Hawk. Number 11. When the hawk appears, expect a message to be delivered to you and to aid you in your quest. Perhaps a call from a friend will help solve a mystery. A chance meeting may help solve a riddle. You may literally see writing on a wall or overhear a conversation between strangers that reveals your own answer unexpectedly. The world is constantly attempting to communicate with us. We human beings have forgotten how to listen. So remember who you are, an intrinsic part of the great mystery of life. Listen and learn. This is the gift of the hawk as he soars into your life from the skies. Excellent card. Excellent energy. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. A reminder to like and subscribe. It's free and it helps build the channel. So if you haven't done so, please do so. Thank you. Have a great 4 weeks.